Came from a long way, and now that I'm starting, slept in 100, yeah, these niggas ain't nothing. Chasing this money, baby, you know I gotta get it. Time is money, baby, I ain't tryna waste a minute. Came from a long way, and now that I'm starting, slept in 100, yeah, these niggas ain't nothing. Chasing this money, baby, you know I gotta get it. Time is money, baby, I ain't tryna waste a minute. I came a long way.
First episode of Speak On It, the podcast, brought to you by your boy, Mr. Two Fly and
00 Chef King, Secret Agent Man.
coming at you live and direct from Quad Studios by way of Boss Babe Studios. Here at Boss Babe Studios, they got the whole gambit of self-care, from massages to eyebrows to teeth whitening, teeth gems, Brazilian butt lifts, the non-invasive kind. They can get you right here. So if you need that, this is where you need to be at.
Come get right, ladies.
That's what us men like to look at. So come get right, please.
One-stop shop.
Absolutely.
And once you're done, you can come over here and get your photos taken.
Bang. Bing, bang, bow. Let's go.
You know, we working with the best with the land, so
Hey, I appreciate that.
come get it.
So what we're going to do here at Speak On It is we're going to keep it 1,000. From everything from the things that aren't politically correct to say, we're going to talk about it. Mental health, girl problems, boy problems, world problems. We're gonna talk about it all.
Just here to let y'all know that it's all right. You know, you might be feeling a little different. It's all right, you know.
We all struggle. We all struggle.
Yeah, we all deal with some kind of mental illness, whether we like to admit it or not. Mm-hmm. There's always a shade of sadness, a little dark cloud floating around us every once in a while, and it's all right.
You might not know where it came from or how long it'll be there, but it's gonna be all right. Take it from us. We done been through a thing or two.
So with that said, Mr. Two Fly, now comes the real interview.
Hey.
Just want you to speak on it, you know, the truth. Let it be known, you know, where you came from, you know, how you grew up, the first sign of your mental illness, and, you know, how that progressed to present day and how you're dealing with it, how you dealt with it, and how you're going to continue to better yourself.
Well, my backstory is this. I'm originally from Virginia. I didn't know it at the time, but I've been dealing with mental health pretty much my whole entire life. Watched my grandmother shoot a man in the face with a shotgun at 5 years old.
Wow.
Needless to say, trauma immediately followed from 5 until now. After that, you know, growing up, I had rage issues. I fought a lot as a kid. And then moved to California, immediately fell in love with the California lifestyle, gang banging, women, sports.
California life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much.
Gang bang, women, and sports. That's all I cared about. Here for 2 years, 16 to 18. Turned down a full scholarship to Florida State to play football, to join the United States.
Talents.
Man, I was vicious on that football field. Ended up going to the United States Air Force. I did Special Forces, because I wanted to do the most extreme thing possible.
And we appreciate your service.
Yeah, absolutely.
The time you served.
Yeah, I did. I ended up doing 15 years. I would still this would be my retirement year, actually. Ended up getting hurt. I deployed several times. I have a Purple Heart. I have a Silver Star for bravery.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's a hero.
Hey,
Y'all don't know what all that means.
Man.
Means next time you see him, shake his hand.
Give me a hug.
Yeah.
Need that.
That's all he needs.
Yeah. Wounded in combat, ended up getting out of the military and start actively seeing a psychiatrist and figuring out that more than just the physical injuries, I had a lot of mental issues that I had compounded over my whole entire life. Like I said, from 5 until 35, dealing with, PTSD, survivor's remorse, anxiety, depression, so many anger issues, because growing up as a black or brown boy, we don't discuss feelings.
Facts.
Get over it. That's what they say. You fall down, scrape your knee, get up, stop acting like a girl, don't cry.
Yep.
So
Man up.
Man up. Man up is the only thing that us brown people were ever taught. So
For real.
they don't care to hear your feelings. So as you grow from a boy to a man, it's conditioned in you to not talk about your feelings.
Yep.
So I never did. I buried it all, and I unleashed it with violence and promiscuity, and I was mad at the world, so I took it out on the world as well. Fast forward to today, I am currently still in therapy, still deal with my anxiety, I still deal with PTSD, I still deal with depression, on top of the physical ailments that I earned while I was in the military. But for me, one of the huge reasons why I wanted to do this podcast with my guy here is because us as brown people, we never talk about it. We bury it. We go to jail. We fight. We kill each other. We do all these things. And sometimes we just need somebody to listen.
Preach.
And most of the time, we're too prideful to even reach out, because as a man, you think you can do everything on your own. You thug it out. That's what they say.
Yeah.
And for what? It gets you nowhere.
For it just to get worse.
Exactly. And then it affects all aspects of your life. You can't have a successful relationship because you can't communicate your feelings. You can't have a successful career because you can't communicate your feelings. You have all these built up anger and rage issues that you never fully can release because you don't want to talk to nobody. And, it just continues to grow and grow and grow. And then you're 40 and you don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life, man. So
there's a message here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
it's an illness that can affect not just you, but everything around you.
And everybody around you as well.
Yep.
So if you have an illness, you can't get better until you get it taken care of. Mental, physical, any kind of thing. So that's what we're here for. We're going to talk about a lot of different things on this podcast, from happy shit to shit that'll make you be like, damn, I can't believe these niggas went through that. But that's who we are, and that's what we're going to tell you.
And shout out therapists, man.
Yeah.
We don't know we actually have a problem until we get forced to go see one. Mm-hmm. And, if it wasn't for a man's pride, because that's what we're taught since we were born, if it wasn't for the man's pride, we'd probably be there all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why? Because now we're trying to figure out what's wrong with us and how to fix it. And so big shout out to a therapist. Therapists, y'all mean a lot to people who got some deep shit.
Big shout out to my therapist specifically, Dr. Schultz. Thank you so much for, everything you've done for me and the thing that you've showed me and allowed me to grow with.
Keeping this man alive.
Man,
big shout out to you.
Literally. So let's get into OG 200 Chef King. Let's hear your story, bro. Let's hear a little bit about where you come from and what kind of struggles you got.
Well, I was born in South Central LA.
Hey, shout out to South Central.
Killer King. Mm-hmm. Even though Killer King Hospital it's not active no more. They closed it down because too many people died there over the years. Mm. Was born into poverty, generations of gangbanging. My neighborhood was the family. Mm. My grandparents and, their parents came from Mexico and, settled shop right there in South Central because, that was a place to be at the time for if you were a minority. That was the areas they wanted us at. So growing up there wasn't easy. Everybody says, LA is the gangbang capital of the world. It's actually South Central. Every street's another neighborhood. You want to go to school, you got to fight like 5, 6 different neighborhoods just to get to school. Grew up in a single parent household. My mom was everything. Big shout out to her.
Big shout out to Chef's moms.
She raised the man the best she could. Most of the stuff I had to learn by myself.
I think it's hard for a woman to raise a man. Just like it's hard for a man to raise a woman. I don't know how to be a woman.
Facts.
I don't know how to help you with certain things that I've never experienced.
Yeah, it's a different mindset. Mm-hmm. But she did her best, and obviously she did well because I'm still alive.
Man, you're still here kicking.
I don't got no military background, nothing like that. Well, at one point I was considered the worst of the worst growing up in my neighborhood, and that was at 13 years old. Got shot, gang banging shit, retaliated, ended up going to jail, caught life. Not juvenile life to where you get out at 25. They had me in there for life. Wanted to set an example, with a family. So shit wasn't easy. Mental health has always been there because, I always had questions, especially as a kid. You looking for that father figure, and the only thing around you is nothing but gangbangers.
The big homie becomes your dad.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to my big cousin Roman. Mm-hmm. He's the one that, different neighborhood, but he took that role. Parent-teacher conference, he was there.
Yep.
Even though he was gangbanging at the time as well, but he's one of the first ones to actually successfully get out and start his family and start his own business. And, so he's kind of been that role model, but...
Big shout out to him.
Yep. Wouldn't be here without him or mom. So
Set that example.
But yeah, I mean, 13, got sentenced, got out at 23. It wasn't lovely. It wasn't one of those things where I say I'd do it again for the experience, because the experience was horrible. But it is what it is. You got to adapt. You got to survive. You got to be as mentally strong as you can. And when you're stuck in a situation where all you can do is be strong and show no weakness, that's when the mental health issues start.
And that's not that dissimilar from the military.
Yeah.
It's not, you get PTSD from that shit too. People always associate PTSD with being in the military, and a great deal of that comes from that. But if you are in an abusive household, you get PTSD from that.
Yep.
Jail, growing up as a black person or Mexican person in America, like
Yeah.
PTSD comes from a lot of different shit.
You know, there's a reason I don't like small spaces. And it's not that, it's not that I'm claustrophobic. For 10 years, I was stuck in the box. I think the cells are 5 by 8, something like that. And it doesn't get any easier. The older you get, the higher tier you are, the smaller the cell gets, you're sleeping on concrete or you're sleeping on metal, but there's things that we did in there that I'm not proud of, that, while I'm bullshitting with the boys, something might come out, they might laugh, but deep down, I'm speaking about it because I feel bad about it. There's certain things in this world that up until this day that I'm finally okay with. I made peace with it. I can forgive myself. At the end of the day, that's one of the biggest steps to helping my mental illness.
That's something that I struggle with a lot too, like finding peace with things that I did and the things that I was enjoying doing when I was in the military. Like the stories that I have is like it's something that no man should enjoy doing, but I love every second
It's
of
like
it.
if you would have asked me, if I would have met you when I was 16 and you would have asked me if I enjoyed being in there, I would have told you yeah, because that was my new life. I had set my mind to becoming a lifer without parole in the California system. My mind was set, so I wanted to be in there. I was doing dirt. I was raising my hand. I was doing all this stupid shit to get up there and get known. That way, when I start getting older, my time can get a lot easier for being in there. Yeah, you got to put in the work all over again. So, like I said, there's things that I've done that I'm not proud of, but up until now, I've learned to come to peace with them and help me sleep at night and help me wake up and not hate the person I see in the mirror in the morning. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a never-ending struggle. I don't think I'm ever going to defeat mental health because I'm 33. There's 32 years to make up for. I'm learning all this on my own.
That's a big head start. 32 years, and just try to overcompensate for that. That's almost impossible. So it's a never-ending struggle. Yeah, it's hard, man.
As humans, we hold on to certain things we really don't realize.
Or don't even need.
Yeah. Well, for me, one of the things is my mom, seeing her struggle. I carry that struggle with me. I work hard, 90-hour weeks to get to where I'm at because of her. And that's actually hurting me because I'm carried that burden that she no longer is carrying.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
So, yeah, got out at 23, immediately got a job at a catering. I'm not going to say no names, but it's in L.A. Shout out to Omar de Anda. That was my first chef, and that still is my first chef. He's still a great friend, a great mentor. Anything that I need, I ask him. If I want to bother him at 2 a.m. like I used to, I'll call and he'll answer the phone. Big shout out to you, Omar.
Big shout out. You created a beast.
Yeah.
Good looking out, Omar. Good looking out.
Yeah. But, met him. I was a dishwasher. I was still fucking around, still gangbanging. But seeing his work ethic as a Mexican, and for the first time seeing a Mexican chef in a high-end catering. It's one thing if you see a Mexican chef, but in catering, that usually doesn't happen. Why? Because, as a white man, you get all the great jobs.
Right.
Let's just be honest, people. And so seeing him, sit there, and our company was a sister company to Cater the Emmys, and just knowing that I was working with him, that I carry that as a halo around myself. for till now.
That's major.
Yeah. You know, he was like, you know, growing up in the hood, we don't have idols. We don't have somebody that we strive to be because at the end of the day, we want to be more gangster than the person in front of us. We
That's
want
it.
to be more feared.
Yep.
So, you know, that's why I got so much love for Omar, because he showed me that you can be successful. You can be something other than a neighborhood idol. You know what I mean? When people hear your name, they don't want to get scared. They think of your talent.
Right.
They think of what you can do. You know, the food and so, you know, that's how I got into cooking.
Also, a lot of the times growing up, the way we grew up, your outlet is you want to be Michael Jordan, you want to be a rapper or a gangbanger.
Facts.
That's it. Especially back then, because now I can tell my son, you can be anything you want. There's a black president. There's a female black vice president. When I was a kid, my mom said I could be anything I wanted to be, but I could not. Like there was things that there was a glass ceiling.
Yep.
Now little kids can be like, you know what? I've seen that, so now I can actually be that. So it's a lot different now. So.
Yeah. So yeah, fast forward to now, still a chef. I'm still doing my thing.
The best in the city by far.
Appreciate
Hands
that.
down. If
Appreciate
you don't
that.
believe me, fight me.
Fight us.
Fight us. You don't want that.
I ain't gonna let you swing by yourself. But yeah, still cooking. Now I found a new passion in this photography, creating, you know, creative mind. But yeah, I don't want to say I'm successful, but I'm successful enough that I got out the hood alive, and let alone seeing death twice. You know, being shot 9 times, being stabbed 4 times. Just the fact that the person up above, you know, whatever it is, whoever it is that you may believe in, gave me an opportunity when I was 18, and my lawyer went back to court and fought for me, even though he wasn't getting paid no more, and he got me a release date. Obviously, there is a reason why I got my freedom back, and I've cheated death twice, and now I'm here speaking. So all we can do is speak on it,
Absolutely.
you know? There's one thing in this world that we can't do is speak. We can't talk. So here we are, man. That's why we wanted to come up with this podcast to, like I said, let people know that it's okay to have these problems. It's okay as long as you figure out a way to deal with it, whether it's in a hobby, whether it's actually seeing somebody professionally or taking a fucking walk,
Yeah.
sit under a fucking tree.
Go punch a punching bag.
Yeah.
Do something that is healthy for you. And we're not here to judge you. Whatever you need to do to make your life better, that's what you need to do. If you're a girl and you need to work out 20 times a week, do your thing.
We know trainers.
Man, a few of them, male and female. Holla at your boy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Erica, and a few other people out there that are really in that physical training life.
Yeah, shout out to those in our circle, man, that keep us motivated as
Yeah.
well.
Our circle's small like a Cheerio, but it's solid, man.
Yeah, facts.
We don't-
It's unbreakable.
Yeah, we don't deal with a lot of people, but the people who hold us down, they very, very remarkable people.
That's what people need. People need people around them who aren't full of negativity and bullshit. You know what I mean? How would your day be if all I came at you was
Oh, I
with
feel like
problems?
shit. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It rubs off. People don't understand that. Your vibes are real. When people say no negative vibes, that's real shit, man, because it rubs off. It's contagious like a cold, like the flu.
Yep.
I
Or
mean,
like
you can-
coronavirus.
Yeah.
2020, fuck you.
Right? You need to make sure you have a decent circle around you that motivates you, that it tells you it's okay. It's all right that you feeling like shit, but
Get up. Let's
it's
go do
what
this.
it's what you get done when you can't that determines how far you go when you can.
Yep.
And that's something I always tell my boy right here, and he always tells me, because I could be fine today, and tomorrow I'm walking around with a cane.
Or not even walking at all.
Yeah. You know?
Fine today and be in the hospital tomorrow.
I be trying to call people to help me get out the bathtub sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Shout out to Hazelin.
shut out easily.
But we both go through a lot of mental and physical battles too. The good thing about our relationship is that we hold each other accountable. We hold each other down. It's ironic too. Like if he's having a bad physical day, chances are I'm having that same bad physical day. It's the craziest
This is how
shit.
tight our circle is.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We can feel, it's like we twins.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
100%.
We can feel each other's pain. We can feel each other's happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how strong your circle needs to be. And at one point, we were strangers. We haven't even known each other like personally, face to face for more than a year.
Yeah, it hasn't even been a year yet.
You know, we've known each other for about 2 years, maybe 3. But face to face, it's only been a little over a year. People don't understand. Like, you know, people think that, oh, no new friends, no new. Who made that song? Drake?
Drake?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Because your new friends will show you so much more love and bring you up
Man.
than some of them old ass niggas that you've had in your crew, or them old ass bitches that you had in your crew. You know what I mean?
And the thing is about people could have so much better intentions for you
Yeah.
that you can meet yesterday that could have the best intentions for you, and living by that no new friendship.
You're
shit-
missing out on opportunity.
Yeah, that shit limits a lot of possibilities. That's how you network. That's how you grow. Everybody don't have to be your friend, but at least be open.
Yep.
I don't have a lot of friends. I know millions of people. Friends,
But people I consider friends and
yeah,
family,
maybe 10,
Maybe.
15 at the max. And for me, I keep it that way on purpose because not everybody deserves my energy. Not everybody deserves to be into my circle because we're so close knit. Like Chef could come to my house. He don't even have to call. Like,
Yeah.
he just show up. I'm like, that was good. Come on up.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's how I like my circle to be. There's not a lot of people who,
that can do that.
no, not at all.
You know?
Most people come to my house and they be like, I'm outside. I'll be like, well, how is it out there? You're not coming up in here.
Right?
So especially without a phone call, because I'm probably in the house in my drawers. So
Facts.
you're not coming in here. But there's a few people who definitely have it like that. And this is my guy right here is one of them.
Yeah. You know, we need to realize that, especially as men, we can't do it on our own.
Yeah.
You know, for those people out there who are successful in what they do, check their surroundings,
Their team.
check their team because they solid as fuck. Yeah, they might be family. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean anything. My circle doesn't consist of any family member,
Same.
any blood related family member.
Same.
Yeah, these are all my brothers and sisters. I will ride with them just like I would ride for myself.
Yeah, right or wrong. I got you.
You know, yeah, exactly. Right or wrong, I'm riding with you, no matter what you did. Like, let's get it. And that's what we need. You know, shout out to the boys that I play video games with. You know,
Hey.
Call of Duty, 2K.
Yeah.
That is kind of my support group because I do not see a therapist. You know, I treat them as free therapy because those are also grown ass men who have done drugs, who have been there, who have been down, who have been up, who are married, who have kids, who have lived and experienced the bitterness and the sweetness of life. That's how you know you got some real people around you when you start talking about personal stuff and nobody starts making fun of you. It gets real quiet and all of a sudden they start hyping you up. They
Right.
start telling you it's all right. You're just having one of those days. You're going to get by. So, I mean, big shout out to these boys that are in my circle. Shout out to these women who keep me aligned and, you know, help us keep going.
You need that. Like, going back to touch on what you just said, like, you need a circle. Like,
Yeah.
no matter who thinks that they did it all by themselves, they didn't. Like, I don't care who you are, what you've done. It has not been by yourself.
There's no such thing as a one-man team.
Nah, not at all.
You know, because a one-man team, then that means there's no organization, there's no team, you know, there's no owner, there's no role players, there's no, you know what I mean? Who are you supposed to pass it to?
Exactly.
You know
Jordan
what I mean?
didn't do it by himself. Kobe didn't do it by himself.
Exactly.
LeBron ain't did it by himself. You need a team. I mean, Tom Brady, the GOAT, he got to throw the ball to somebody.
Right?
So
He ain't
need
a
team.
runner.
No, absolutely
You know
not.
what I mean?
You need a team to execute and help you and push you. You know, there's gonna be days when you don't feel like getting the fuck out of bed. Hey, Chef, come on, let's go do this. And we go accomplish things on days where we both can barely walk, and we look back on it like, damn, we did that.
Yeah.
We needed somebody to say, hey, let's go do this, let's go do that.
Facts.
My mom died. Chef was at my house, making sure I was good, bringing me food, you know, doing the things that real ones are supposed to do. And, you know, there's people that I've known my whole entire life that didn't even
Yeah, I know what makes you feel better.
food.
Yeah. So
Shout
that
out
was
to
there.
food.
I was there with food. You know, I was there to at least give you some kind of delight. And a lot of people see tragedy and they extend it for so long. And they forget about the good days they could have. You know what I'm saying? We sit here, we talk about mental and physical health. Some days we can't walk, but the days I can,
We out
motherfucker,
here.
I'm dancing.
Yeah, we out here.
I'm enjoying it. Why? Because it's not every day that I can do that. It's not every day I can go out there and run around the block or shoot a couple hoops. You know what I mean? So the main key is the balance.
Yep.
The good days that you do have, the little things that make you happy, like him with food. While he's eating it, he's in food heaven. He's enjoying it.
Yeah, whatever pain
He's
I had
living.
is gone for that couple minutes that I'm eating that.
So we need to find a way to enjoy the little things to keep us going when something happens like tragedy or we're just having a shitty day.
man,
You know, people say shake it off. It's not that easy.
nah.
But you know what? You got a circle out like ours, motherfucker. You gonna shake that bitch off quick, real quick.
Yep. Somebody pulls up on you and you know, it's easy to be miserable by yourself.
Yeah,
But when you got people that really genuinely care about you and fuck with you and want to see you grow and do better, they're gonna pull up on you and make sure that you're not miserable by your fucking self.
I mean, we're both antisocial.
Facts. I don't even
a
like people.
motherfucker. Yeah. But we know that we gotta network. But we just celebrated your birthday twice.
Twice. That
In
shit
one
never
month.
happened.
You know what I mean? We had a barbecue with a few people, and then what was it, last week?
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, we got together. Just there was only 6 of us in the house.
Just a few of us.
But you know what? This is what your circle is about. I might be antisocial as fuck, but you know what? Being around my brothers and sisters, my circle,
Yep.
that brings me up to want to get out the house. The house, I love my place.
Man,
I ain't never trying to leave. If we could have this podcast at my house, we would.
same.
But you know what? It's the people that motivate you to want to do good, to want to do better. You know, the vision that you should share with them because he might have another perspective on how to make that vision better.
That's ultimately the purpose of this podcast, is to shed light on things that people in our situation, Black people, brown people, we don't often have access to, or don't realize that we have access to, or don't want to ask for help. That's what this is about. Us letting everybody know that it's cool to need help sometimes. We all do. It's cool to struggle mental health wise. We all do. And it's cool to know that people got your back and you can make it through whatever. He been through some shit that the average motherfucker will never make it through. I've been through some shit the average motherfucker will never make it through. And guess what? We both here talking to y'all. So
Facts.
that's what we gonna do.
So at some point, I want this podcast to be your therapist, to be that place where you can tune in while you're doing you, while you're driving, while you're cooking, while whatever it is, where you just chill on your couch with the TV off. I want this to be your sanctuary where you can listen to us, the guests we're going to have. You can laugh, you can cry with us, you can get serious with us. The message is there. It's
Rest
okay.
assured, we're all, not only us hosts, but the people that we're gonna bring as guests, we're gonna keep it 1,000.
Oh, we got some characters.
Man, you're gonna hear some shit that you are gonna, like he said, you're gonna want to laugh at. Some shit you're gonna be like, God damn, I can't believe that shit happened. Some shit that it's gonna astonish you. Different perspectives on anything that you can think of. We have a lot of incredible guests that will be on this show. We're gonna be doing features on local artists, from music to painters to chefs to local restaurants to
Designers,
designers, a little bit of everything. So we want to be your one-stop shop for any and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna have barber shop talk.
Yes,
There we
sir.
go.
Shout out to Cali Coast Barbers, my man Russell, my
We're
man
also,
Steven.
we're also gonna have a tattoo shop talk.
sir.
Shout out to Anthony Tattoos. That's
sir.
also his Instagram.
Yes, sir. Follow
Shout
that
out
dude.
to the brother.
Follow that dude right now.
We're gonna give you everyday life.
Yep.
We're not gonna give you that. We're starting a podcast because we got money and we ain't got problems no more. Nah, we still broke.
But we still broke.
We managed to work some
Yeah, we're
to
piecing
work on
everything
some
together.
things to put this together. You know, to be able to go live and get this message to y'all. But we just your average people.
Yeah.
Just a little flyer.
Man, way flyer. But I mean, like he said, we just some round the way fillets. Like we don't come from money. We don't have a lot of money, but we do have a lot of spirit and a lot of knowledge on a variety of different things that we want to make sure we bring to the world. That's the whole objective of this podcast. We'll start local here in San Diego, Southern California in general. And then we're gonna go to Vegas. We're gonna do some traveling shit. We're gonna hit Arizona. We're gonna hit Washington. We're gonna hit the Bay. We're gonna go nationwide with this. So hopefully we'll be able to touch you wherever you're at. We just want to genuinely thank all y'all for fucking with us. We haven't even launched fully yet, and we got a ton of support.
Shout out everybody who's reposting, who's shouting us out.
Yeah.
Who's giving us them fire emojis, and I can't wait. And big shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, the link is coming soon. Don't trip. It's on the way. We're gonna deliver for you guys and speak on it, man. We're gonna keep it 1,000 here.
Yeah, that's all you got to remember. Speak on it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, that's all we can do is put it into action. Y'all might not have the resources, but shit, at one point, neither did we.
Yeah.
And
we
now,
still barely do.
Yeah. And now we sitting here, discussing something that men don't really do.
Right.
What if I told you it's okay to speak about your problems and still keep your ego?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can we bargain there? Like, is there a way to get you to bite? Whether it's not to shit, at one point we might have a live and you can call in and, all discretion, we won't say who you is. If you just want to share your story, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping to get through to y'all, to make ignorance just vanish, because that's what a lot of us are. We're ignorant to the fact that we're dealing with this, that we're struggling with this, that the person next to you might be going through something. You know what I mean? But as colored people come up in a society where it's man the fuck up, shut up, you're acting like a girl, you sound like a bitch.
Yep.
We come from that society, and it doesn't allow us to fully let go of any emotions that we're feeling.
Or even embrace them. For me, in order to fully let go of some shit, I got to realize that it's there.
Yeah, you got to accept the fact.
Yeah. I know that I have PTSD and anxiety and survivor's remorse and all these things that I have. So you can't really let it go until you fully understand what it is and let it go, because it doesn't serve you no more. Like, I don't need the PTSD. I don't need the anxiety. I don't need these things that have been such a huge part of my life for so long. I got to get rid of it. So
yeah. So you just got to trim it off, man.
Yep.
Like, it's easier said than done.
Absolutely.
But
that's why people say shake it off, because people who say shake it off never been through no shit.
But that's why we're here, because we have learned to live with it.
Yep.
And we've also learned to not let it affect us to the point where we can't get anything done, to the point where I go back to jail, to the point where, he goes and fucks somebody up, or, we're living with it.
Yep.
And you got to accept it. Once you learn to accept it, give us a call.
Yeah. We're here for you. And like he said, we want to be that outlet. If you don't know what you got going on and you want to ask somebody, or if you just need somebody to fucking listen, hit me, hit him. We are here for the mental illness, especially us people that come from where we come from. Like, it's never okay to express your feelings in a poverty environment. Like, you got to be a beast. It's already hard enough being broke, so you can't be emotional and poor. You man up, you thug it out, you unleash all these issues in the wrong form, and then you end up in trouble or unsuccessful and all these things, and it's just a vicious circle. I'm
gonna stop you guys right here by thinking that if you're stressing over material things, and I don't mean money, I mean you ain't got the flyest shoes, you don't look the flyest, you ain't got the haircut, you ain't got the jewels, the diamonds, you ain't got the whip, this ain't the podcast for you. I'm talking about for those who get up in the morning and hate themselves, or those people who are walking around and get triggered by their PTSD because a noise, or they saw something or heard something, or, they just felt some kind of vibe that brought them back to the place they do not want to be at. Material things is not what we talking about. We talking about the mental aspect of things. If you're stressed out over money, just plain old bills.
Same.
That
we get it.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
So, but this podcast ain't for you if you worried about you ain't driving in the new car. Nah, it ain't.
Because that's not now and has never been my main concern. My concern was me eating or taking care of my family or my circle, making sure everybody else is good. Because I can go buy a new Mercedes, but if my man's catching the bus,
Right?
that's pointless and stupid. That Mercedes is 2 cars.
Yeah.
The other day we were having a conversation. If we won the lottery, my first question was, how much do I win and how much can I give my guy? Like,
Facts.
it doesn't matter what I look like living in Beverly Hills and my nigga in Compton. That's not gonna work.
And quote unquote, he said, you get 2 meal and 3 food trucks.
3 of them. Like that's what it is.
So
because
we was having this conversation, and there was other people around that are in our circle, and without even asking with them and not even saying nothing, I said, I'm gonna take those 2 mil and I'm gonna invest in a bakery for my pastry chef who's right here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna invest on a trip to Europe for one of our friends. You know, I don't know if she wants to be shouted out, but her Instagram is Ivis. We're not gonna say her real name, but Ivis. Shout out to Ivis. She's a great painter.
Absolutely.
I said we would invest in her. So now we're not talking about just running around and I'm gonna get me a mansion. I'm gonna get me them whips. I'm gonna get me them shoes, them jewels.
that part never even came up.
I'm trying to invest in my people. Why? Because I want to see everybody come up.
But if I win, we win.
Yeah.
Like literally, the lottery went from me and my fiance to the whole entire circle, just in 1 second.
Shout out to fiance.
Hey,
the
baby girl,
sis.
I love you so much, baby.
Freshly,
Yeah,
they are fresh.
3 days.
Yeah.
It's been 3
Big
days.
shout out.
Yeah.
There's something great happening.
Yeah. So, but like I said, that's what it's about. Like, if I win, we win. If he wins, we win. Man, you know, he and I got some big things on the way. Shout out to all the people that we work with that allow us to create great content for them. Big shout outs to you guys.
Shout out to y'all because y'all trust us
100%, unequivocally.
in everything that we do, everything that we say. We can tell you climb up this crane and you'll do it because you trust us.
Without question.
Yeah. So big shout out to y'all for the trust. You know, in this world where it's hard to trust people, y'all trust us with your image. Your image is everything.
Yep.
And you're trusting us with it, and we're making it happen.
Yep.
So
And
appreciate y'all
we're
for
gonna
that.
continue to make it happen. Great photo content, great video content, packages available for businesses. Shout out to any business out there in Southern California. We're gonna be doing some discounted rates for you guys. So
Mom and pop, where you at?
yeah, specifically mom and pop.
If
wanna,
you know mom and pop shops, let us know. Maybe we can go set up shop and do a podcast there.
Yep, absolutely. And then with that, we'll throw in maybe some video content, some photo content.
Yep.
Between he and I, our creative minds are ridiculous. Yeah.
Out of this world.
Yeah, we got some major things on the way, from the business side of it to the hood side of it and everything in between.
Yep.
Like both of us have a wealth of knowledge in a variety of different areas. We want to help our community, mom and pop shops of any nature, from restaurants to clothing stores to whatever you got going on, we can help you with.
Shout out Closing the Designers. I mean, the YouTube is coming soon. Y'all want to see y'all shit on TV? Let me know. I'm a 3X, probably a 2X, but to be safe for 3X. Know what I mean?
Big facts. Big facts.
Big fact.
Yeah.
The whole point of this podcast is to bring people together. Everything from business, because you can be stressed out, especially from a business, and from your everyday life, whether you're a student, whether you're a kid in a bad household, where, you know, you're a grown up in a bad relationship. Like,
We've been in all those situations.
unfortunately, she stabbed me 3 times. But we ain't gonna speak on that just yet.
We'll get to that.
I ain't gonna give her the satisfaction of having her, you know, a podcast. So
We're going to wrap this first episode up. The introduction is what we're going to call it.
hey,
Check. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode number 1. You can find us on Twitter. What's the Twitter handle? Speak on it _1.
Speak on it _1.
Instagram handle is speak on it _podcast_. Yeah, follow us. Show us some love. If you have any questions, you can drop it there. YouTube is coming soon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Came from a long way, and now that that I'm stunting. Kept it 100, yeah, these niggas ain't nothing. Chasing this money, baby, you know I gotta get it. Time is money, baby, I ain't tryna waste a minute. Came from a long way, and now that I'm stunting. Kept it 100, yeah, these niggas ain't nothing. Chasing this money, baby, you know I gotta get it. Time is money, baby, I ain't tryna waste a minute. I came a long way. I came a